Next up, we have Alex Ponce, Mr. President, with Living the Nightmare.
Good evening, everyone. Let's give it up one more time for all the speakers tonight. It takes some guts to All right, my topic's a little different. Of course, you can see living the nightlife. So here it is. Passion. Passion is a funny thing. Sometimes when you try to force passion, like with this school project, it might turn into more of an obligation. But other times, you might find yourself working really hard on something for a long time, never even realizing that that was your true passion. Well, that's what happened to me this year. This mission to create a culture and a spirit at Lake Norman Charter, it started even before I knew about this passion project. So I didn't do what I did because of the project, but rather I had a project because of what I was already doing. As student body president, the biggest issue that I wanted to improve on was the lack of student spirit and pride. There was this apathetic attitude about being involved in any type of student life. There was no real sense of connection, no real sense of pride. I didn't like it, and I knew we could do better. My thinking with LNC was that if we have to just come to school anyways, why not try to make the most out of it? So what would it take to create this nightlife? Well, my idea was that by increasing the connection within the student body and being more receptive to the students' needs, we could create that nightlife. With an engaged student body, we could create a culture of investment and pride. And that's what would be known as nightlife, a term that refers to this unique experience here at LNC. Sounds simple, right? It surely was ambitious at first, maybe even far-fetched. And with any ambitious idea, the doubts creep in. Soon I was hearing things like, student council doesn't do anything. There's no way they can have that much of an impact next year. Or, just give up. LNC is a college prep school. There's no room for fun. And soon I was hearing things doubting my own personal ability. Alex Ponce, that kid is so extra. He's going to try to do all of these things and not even be successful. Or, Alex, sure that kid is smart, but can he lead? There's a status quo that he's trying to break, and I'm not really sure anyone will like it. So obviously not everyone was on board with my whole idea at first, but for the ones who believed in it, we followed through. This year, we introduced a plethora of new platforms, primarily Snapchat, which allowed the whole school, almost the whole school, to be connected. With that, a new YouTube page for visual announcements that we made every month, and a Google Form suggestion box where students could directly input concerns, interests, requests, all of that. And also with that, I had monthly newsletters where I directly responded to those requests, interests, concerns. The thing was that we had no precedence for this. This was all new. There was no telling if this would even be successful. But to the surprise of the doubters, it proved to have a big impact. This year, with Snapchat, we were able to definitively reach out to over half of the student body population, and it has proved to be the most effective mode of student body communication yet. And this connection translated into much more, whether it be higher rates of participation for the student sections at games, or views on our YouTube page, following on our Snapchat page, or the amount of responses we got every month on that suggestion box. But aside from what I can quantify, aside from what is tangible and what I can tell you, we just had fun. We had a type of fun that LNC kids, especially lifers like me, had for so long been waiting for, that we've seen in other schools, but not necessarily here. The bringing together of these students proved to be powerful, and it has shown to improve the quality of student life significantly. Here are some real student testimonies. For once, we felt a sense that we had a family, a culture, a tradition that LNC had for so long waited for. Before, it wasn't cool to participate, but of course now it's sort of an expectation. Before, a lot of people didn't believe things could change, but now the students feel connected and therefore see a reason to have a pride and spirit. Knightlife is this big group of people, and we all come together and we cheer on all the teams and we support our school. We have a lot of school spirit here. And here we are now, nearing the end of the school year. I'm almost about to graduate, actually. From this journey, I learned many things, but primarily the most important thing that I learned was that leadership is not just about me. It's about everyone around me. It's about connecting with your students, your teachers, your administration, making sure that you work together to create that sense of community and culture. Pushing towards a better LNC was never mandated or required or necessary at all. It was simply driven by passion. But this passion doesn't stop when this talk does. You, the students, teachers, all the stakeholders of LNC have a responsibility for keeping this going. My class of 2017 will soon be gone, but I'm hoping that the legacy that we've created will live on forever. Thank you.